Ah, bueno. Ya veo. A ver, a ver, a ver, a ver, a ver.
It was for Gustavo, so I felt obligated.
Huh?
It was for Gustavo, so I felt obligated.
That's okay. Oh, really? I was surprised, but still, I mean, again, my motto: sometimes you get the bear, and sometimes the bear gets you.
Sometimes the ham, sometimes the ham.
Exactly. I like that one even better. Yeah.
But I'll be either for my neighbor.
Huh?
I'll be either for my neighbor.
I don't care.
Tell me what you need me to do.
But we name our price.
Depending on the service.
True.
He said he's actually doing robots.
Hmm?
Carlos said he's actually.
Yeah, he's not gonna be able to do this interview.
So we'll switch down to 2.
2-2. Yeah, but we just keep it tight.
Yeah, I'll just hang with it.
Yeah, so just in case if he makes it, it's not gonna look weird.
Yeah. The only thing I'll do is move this.
Yeah.
So stand by.
Yes.
And then this is the last one.
We're waiting for Paco. He was gonna come down an hour ago.
So we'll do this, then we'll hang
I'm-
for a little while, and then
And at 2:45, I go finish, and I leave. So we have an hour. Yes. He's gonna sit here on this side, right? Pero espérate. Me paro. Very proud. Very happy. Y te pusiste el traje presidencial.
Sí.
Estás sin voz.
Estoy cansado. No puedo salir porque está todo el mundo. Sí, no, we'll do it quick para hacerlo. Tengo que estar ahí a las 2.
Ya, no, además que no has comido.
No he comido, no, pero I want to finish the ratings.
Ya.
Lo estoy presidiendo y después como. Me voy para mi cuarto o algo así.
¿Y por qué
o
no
algo.
te llevas algo chiquito?
Deja ver,
Like un par de
opina.
pastelitos. So
Sí,
you
puede
can-
ser.
¿Quieres que te los busque?
No,
Yo
te
llamo a mi
preocupes.
amiga.
No, yo hablo con mi asistente. No te preocupes.
Pero es que yo tengo amigas en low prices.
Disfruta. Vamos,
Yo, a
vamos.
ver. We need lots of pictures.
We're gonna do English, ¿verdad?
You want English?
Dale, vamos
We'll
a
do it English. O sea, whenever somebody's bilingual, I go bilingual, which
Okay.
is kind of interesting. But if we want to do it proper, we'll do it.
Okay.
Did you see the interview, the Bob?
I saw something.
Yo te quería hablar ayer.
I saw something.
He was so complimentary of you,
Yeah.
and he said that is the perfect. And he said not that it's official, but if he is indeed the next
I
president,
saw
we
you
could
that.
not
You-
be in
you-
better hands.
You threw the ball to maybe get the hit.
Pero por favor, y no sabes el pedo que hice. Total.
No, he put me over the moon. Dale.
Hello, and we're back from Royal Sonesta, right smack in the middle of San Juan, Puerto Rico, in the 37th annual convention. This is the podcast JABS, the convention edition, and we could not have the end of this convention without the newly voted president of the WBO, Gustavo Olivieri. Gustavo, first of all, congratulations.
Thank you, Claudia. Thank you for coming here. It's always a pleasure to see you. You know that Puerto Rico is your second home.
Yes.
You know, and it's always I'm honored and humbled that you're always here and participating in our podcast. Since we began our first edition a couple of years ago, it's been on a crescendo. Every year gets better and better and better, and their fans always clamoring, "Where's Claudia? She's so charismatic. She's Colombian. She speaks Spanish. She speaks English. She has this." Una cosa yo no sé.
El yo no sé cuá.
El yo no sé cuá. For the Spanish speaking, Latinos that know that. But it's always a pleasure, and thank you for having me on the podcast.
But this could not be complete without you. We've always done this with you, but today it has a beautiful flavor.
Thank you.
Because I've known you for so long.
Almost 10 years now.
Almost 10 years,
Yeah.
and you have been in the organization for 10 years.
Yeah, almost.
And I'd say for the last 4 or 5 years,
Yeah.
your involvement with no less commitment, but has been slowly but surely gaining ground until today, when Paco, after 30 years, who's done so much for this organization, basically gave his aval,
His blessing.
for you to be voted in as the president. What does that mean to you?
Oof, Claudia, it's I'm still, a mix of emotions, It's been almost 10 years. It's been an organic progression, development. I recall when I started, I was already a licensed attorney with a couple of years in practice. I had my own successful practice in Puerto Rico with my older brother who has a law firm. And I decided to maybe implement, the legal side of things, mix it up with entertainment, sports. And I've always been a boxing fan. And Paco gave me my first chance as an intern with the WBO. And I remember very clearly, even though I was a licensed attorney with my years of practice, litigation, I was a trial lawyer. I was doing everything you could imagine as an intern. I said yes to everything just to know the inner workings and all the stages and procedures of the sanctioning body. I remember I had to do only 30 hours a month. I told Paco, can I triple the times? He
As
said,
a good lawyer
"Dale."
would.
I tripled the times. I did so much traveling, so much behind the scenes work. And it's been very comforting, I'm sorry. And it's been a natural progression. And Paco has delegated more and more and more responsibilities, duties, and obligations to now this big occasion, which it was unexpected. I was hearing some rumors that he might step down. He told me, Gustavo, you're doing a great job. You have the confidence and the support of the executive committee. Just keep doing what you're doing. Many people behind the scenes telling me, Gustavo, keep up the good job. I was my only work beyond the legal counsel and the WBO was also to serve our members, make them feel welcome in every convention. This convention, you know, there's a lot going behind the scenes that maybe some people don't know, but it's all been very rewarding to say the least. And now, as a president, huge shoes to fill, Claudia. But I think I have the greatest mentor in Paco, in Batista Salas. And it's a ride of emotions because many sleepless nights and many times without the family, birthdays, working, graduations, missing time with family members in sickness because this is you need so much commitment to run an organization. I can't believe Paco has been 30 years because it's so challenging and so stressful in constantly traveling. When we go to sleep, there's somebody calling from Japan or Australia. When I wake up, somebody's almost going to bed, but it's calling to has an issue, fight night or something. So it's a bittersweet because all the sacrifices, all the work put in, but is at the same time very rewarding. So I'm humbled, honored, and now I have to work the double. So I gotta buckle up, how they
Yep.
say, press the gas, and let's go.
We were talking to Bob yesterday, and one of the most beautiful things he said was, there is no other young man as clear and as transparent and that is willing to take on the legacy that Paco works so hard to establish in the WBO. WBO will not be what it is without Paco,
Absolutely.
and only somebody like you is going to have the tools, the commitment, and the know-how to take it that next step.
I'm really humbled by by Bob's comments and statements and supporting me, ratifying his support, coming here personally. He congratulated me. He a couple of months back he told me, "Hey kid," he gave me some advice. So I was just seeing some shed of lights of maybe possible scenario, but I just humbly took his advice. You know, if I think I have the best mentors any possible young guy that wanting a chance could have. Batista Salas and the founder Paco, Bob, a lot of people, Claudia. It's a lot of people I want to thank that I'll be here until tomorrow giving thanks
I think you're going to be here for a long
to
time.
all the people that have contributed either directly or indirectly in my development and growth as a professional in the boxing world and now as president of the WBO. And you keep evolving and learning, and every day is just a new experience that either positive or negative, but you learn. In my view, my take on things is with Paco by my side and Batista and people like Bob and those experts, if you can live through the experience of others to avoid mistakes, that's a win.
You are.
There are some things that money can buy, nor you can find on eBay, nor on Amazon, or even
Google.
artificial intelligence, and that's
No.
experience.
Yes.
If I can use their experience to make my decisions, I think I could have success, and that's where I aspire to take the WBO to the future.
To the next step.
Yeah.
And with that being said, I know you got to go because we're in the middle of rankings. For those that don't know, we're in the middle of, and you're supervising.
I'm presiding the proceedings.
Exactly. So I don't want to take too much time. At this point in time, boxing is like up in the air
Yep.
because there's a lot of people moving, and perhaps in my book, a lot of attention coming to boxing.
Yep.
What is the biggest challenge for this organization and for all of them for that matter?
I think the biggest challenge would be how can we think out of the box as to what a sanctioning body should do. Times have changed. Times are different. New players coming into the game, new perspectives, new system structures. I think the WBO has to implement some sort of program or policy or proceeding that impacts directly the fighter. not necessarily a title, a rating, doing a gym, all those things that are superb, you know, that's been a success. But we need to take it a little bit further, right?
Mhm.
Because there are legitimate concerns as to why the sanctioning bodies exist and perceptions. And I think we should do some things differently. There are new times, so we need to implement new ideas, strategies, visions within our parameters and rules and regulations, and always keeping our integrity, honesty, and democracy as our main principles. So, let's see. I got to sit down with all the staff, all my members, get their input as to how can we change. Because remember, this is a teamwork. This is not my show. This is the WBO. We're an organization, and all our members contribute with sleepless nights, hours on the phone, emails, making contacts, business dealings. So this is a team effort. I'm only the captain of the ship by the ratification and the support of our members. So I respond to the members and my board, but most importantly to the boxers themselves. So if we don't have boxers, we don't have a sport. You're not here, I'm not here. So
True.
we have to try to think out of the box and try to implement new strategies. So remains to be seen.
Well, I'm looking forward to that.
My
And on
pleasure.
behalf of my whole crew, I am so proud of you. 10 years flew by,
Oh my
and may
God.
may we have the fortune to have you many, many more years.
Look at my hair.
Oh yeah, and
And my eyes. 40 years.
but you know what? Congratulations
It's a
again. Well
pleasure.
deserved. It was all those sacrifices that I know you've done, and we've seen it firsthand. They were all worth it.
Thank you.
I am glad and honored
It's
to have walked alongside.
no, you contribute. This is one contribution that you've implemented. It also helped me. I've I've been in the cameras the past couple of months hosting the podcast for the version of
And
English.
you do good.
That's given me lots of confidence. So that's a positive note of you in my career and in my life. So
Oh, I'm honored.
thank you.
No,
Okay?
thank you. You're loved and respected and
My
honored.
pleasure.
And with this, we're gonna
WBO
say,
jabs. Are you a righty or southpaw?
I'm a southpaw.
Also, sir, your
Yes,
jab.
like
Okay?
this,
So
always.
we'll close the session with WBO jabs.
Okay, dale.
Dale.
3, 2, 1.
WBO jabs.
Convention edition. Yes, we'll be right back. And this is how it all comes to an end. This is the last day of the 37th annual WBO convention. And once again, it was a great show, great convention, lots of learning, Ricardo. And as always, it's always a pleasure to work with you.
Claudia, I have no words to thank you for everything. It was really a pleasure. We had a blast here in the conventions in San Juan, Puerto Rico.
And we had a chance to not only commiserate with old friends, say hi to other friends, get to know more people. This is perhaps the opportunity that managers, promoters from all over the world get a chance to come, exchange ideas. Right now, we're coming to the end of the ratings, and we know for a fact that there's a lot of challenges being established. So I'm pretty sure by the end of this month, we're going to get the notification of new mandatory fights coming for 2025.
Which is great because that's the way that the WBO is showing transparency to the world. See how they're trying to do the rankings the best way they can with the help of the promoters, the managers, the fighters who are here in San Juan, Puerto Rico. See?
And once again, everybody was open to come sit down with us, talk to us, let us know what it is, what their plans are, what the expectations are. So we thank every single one of you guys that was with us throughout this week. And of course, thank you to all the guests that came and shared their knowledge. Among them, the referees, the judges that have always been in the hot seat in boxing.
No, definitely. We have to thank our production crew, Jeff, Ryan, everybody who's behind the cameras, who did a great job.
Oh, they're the first ones here and the last ones here. Ryan Thomas, Jeff Thomas, Ryan De Jesus, and of course, one that we don't mention on a normal basis, Vanessa De Jesus, that, you know, my look.
Your makeup.
And we have a new member, John. Thank you, John, for all your help. Great camera work. Yes, yes. And of course, we will be set to let you guys know when the next convention is going to take place, but more importantly, where is it going to take place? So there's a couple of options, Budapest or Colombia, Bogota, Colombia. So where would you like to go?
I love Colombia. I've never been to Budapest, so Budapest.
There you go. I like
Let's
Budapest,
go
but
Budapest.
you know what? Wherever they take us,
wherever they
I
take us.
assure you, you guys are going to join us. So once again, on behalf of Jeff Thomas, Ryan De Jesus, John, Ricardo Celis, su servidora Claudia Trejos, thank you very much for joining us. And until next year, but in the meantime, let's not forget, we have boxing all the time, 24/7, and we're here to keep you updated.